YouTube, what's going on tonight? How are you? All you diecast enthusiasts. I'm going to crack some more cars. Found this today. Actually stumbled upon two freshly pegged cases of the Hot Rod Power Tour. No white lightnings, though. There were a few of them I like. I like the Camaro. I like the Monte Carlo. I like the Montego. But I can't buy everything, and I don't have this tooling from Johnny Lightning. Oh, this thing is killer looking. It doesn't look that good in the package. And the casting itself doesn't look great. But the graphics on it look real good. Check that out. Got the screaming chicken. Almost looks like a demon head. Got some little graphics there on the windshield. And also Hot Rod Power Tour 2016. That is a sharp looking car. Not sure how good the camera will pick it up, but I do dig this Trans Am. And I don't have any late model Trans Ams because I got rid of all my Auto World Deluxe. I'm just not interested in collecting them. And so this, as far as premium diecast goes, is the only late model Trans Am in my collection. Nice little casting. Got metal body, metal base, rubber tires with tread, blacked out tail lights, and a really sharp looking front end. I'm not going to open the hood just because cars like this with these kinds of curves, well, I don't know. Sometimes you open it and then you can't close it right. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Tires seem to be a little big for the casting, to where they kind of rub a little bit, but all in all, I like it. And I like it in large part because it's pretty unique to my collection. Alright, let's move along here. I got some cool stuff I want to crack open. Went to the grocery store on the way home tonight, and I couldn't believe I found this. Unfortunately, the car was already gone, but I am stoked to find this. This is the 1962 Nissan Junior pickup truck. So Matchbox mainline license models are pretty much the only economy diecast that I'll buy. I don't buy majorette. I buy very few Hot Wheel castings. But I will try to grab almost every decent looking licensed model from Matchbox, especially if it doesn't have crazy paint and graphics. So something like this in a really nice simple civilian livery, I'll grab these every time. Doesn't matter what the make and model is. Matchbox does a really nice job with the licensed models, even though they do use a ton of plastic. The front grille, the base, the truck bed, all plastic. But the nice thing about the grille, even though it is plastic, is they do give it a tampo pass, which gives it some detail. And the rear of the truck also gets a tampo pass with the Nissan license plate and the tail lights, as well as the badging on the tailgate. So that's a really cool little pickup. I think TLV has done this pickup. They've done similar pickups that are much nicer, but they're also 25 times the price. And that's not an exaggeration. They actually are 25 times the price. All right, so I want to crack some Greenlight now. I got all of these cut open. I want to start with this one from Hollywood Series 17. From the Andy Griffith Show. I have the police car from Series 16. And now I have the Ford pickup truck. I'm not huge on this tooling. I think this tooling is used a lot in the Motor World line and the diorama line. And I just don't really like it, although this one here is nice. I just because of the flat paint, I think that really, and it's so heavy too, the metal base. Number 594, so another low number. I'd say probably 25 to 30% of my Greenlight collection are all numbered under 1,000. Really nice rolling truck. Really awesome looking rusted wheels. And then you've got the flat blue paint, detailed wiper blade, detailed wipers. Got your rust spots on it. It's all metal. It's an all metal casting, so the entire truck bed is metal. The base is metal. And this has all the detail that you would expect from a premium brand. Although there are no taillights on this thing. That's interesting. But you do have the Ford badge there on the hood. You have the painted door handles, painted wipers, detailed grille. So I like it. I like this particular truck. That's probably my favorite one that's come out, other than maybe like the Krispy Kreme Raw, which was another one that I really like. And I think I have that one. I might have sold it. So these these last three are green machines. And I'm going to go from what I think is, I don't know, this one might be my favorite, but the other two, they're all just so awesome. And one of them is really rare. So let's take a look. We'll start with this one here from All Terrain Series 5. The 1970 Ford F100. This is the debut of the lifted F100, which made a reappearance in the Running on Empty Series 3, I think. Or maybe it was Series 4. But I just saw ZA3 today announced the new all-terrain series that hits in January. And this truck is coming out again, as well as a Dodge Ram Charger and a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. So they are tooling the Rubicon in the 1:64 scale. I just hope that the Ram Charger and the Rubicon are lifted. This thing is sick. It is amazing what this green paint does. So you have the green base. It's a low number, number 204. But the wheels, it's the bright metallic emerald. Sometimes you get more of a dull emerald. And the spare in the back has the treatment. This thing is killer. Awesome roller. Although it's got rocks that are sticking to the tires. So I don't have a lot of loose terrain. There's a little bit, but compared to the last diorama that I had, this is on here really good. I gave it a couple of really thick coats of glue. But anyways, this truck is awesome. I love this truck. This is my favorite pickup truck that Greenlight has ever put out right here to this point. And that includes all the modern pickups, which they do really nice job on those. So, but they do such a good job with the trucks that I'm always looking forward to the stuff that they're bringing out next. As an example, the F100 ramp truck, they're bringing that out in all black with the Mad Max Interceptor. So that is going to be a cool one to get. But this truck looks so killer. Green Machine. I love the custom bumper. You know, the running on empty one is nice. It's the same tooling with the lift, but it doesn't have any of the accessories. It doesn't have the spare tire or the roll bar, and it doesn't have the custom front bumper. So those features really do add a lot to the truck, as you can see. Now this being a lifted, aggressive off-road vehicle, can make its way up the trail. All right, I got two more green machines, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing them. It's not sacrilegious to crack open chase cars. I know a lot of collectors frown upon it, but just think of it this way. If I open a chase car that you have, I just increase the value of your chase car, because now there's less of them mint on card, especially if you have this one, because there were only 60 of these produced. Just a little over one for every state in the union. I do like this. I don't think I have a 74 Dodge Monaco green machine. I don't think I have a 77 greenie. And I certainly don't have a Black Bandit Dodge Monaco greenie. I don't have a Black Bandit Dodge Monaco, period. So first thing about this, it's just the blank white sticker. A lot of people, you'll see on eBay, they will say, oh, it's a pre-production sample. Get it while it's hot. Well, this does not make it a pre-production sample. In fact, it's not a pre-production sample. It is just, if anything, an error. And it's a very common error. So I have probably 10 or 15 of these that have blank white stickers on them. It doesn't add anything to the value. But this is a hot car. You know, the thing is with the black paint is it really exaggerates the lines of the car. And this is a car, while it's a big, long car, it has some pretty awesome body lines to it. And I think the wheels look really good. Even if they're not green, it's a nice choice of wheel, being an aftermarket custom wheel rather than a stock steel wheel. You have the satin top, which simulates a vinyl top. So it'd be like a gloss body with a vinyl top. And then you have all the chrome trim around all the glass. What I like most about the 77 compared to the 74 is the taillights. The back end, just to me, has a much better look. And I really dig the Black Bandit license plates too, which they don't do that as often as they used to. But check out those transparent taillights. That just looks killer. Got your indicator there. That is an awesome car. I really like this car. Wheels look great spinning. It's a really nice roller, nice and straight, no log jam. That is a cool car. Oh, and it has blacked out headlights. Either that or maybe they are flip. I don't know if they were flip headlights on this car or not. I don't think they were. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who collects toy cars. Man, that thing is so dope. Okay, the last car. I can't believe I'm 16 minutes in. This thing is so classy looking. It's so clean looking. And I do have at least one or two of this tooling in the Green Machine variety. But I don't think any of mine are green body. So this is from Hollywood, whatever the latest Hollywood one, Hollywood All-Stars, I think is the release. So it's basically a re-release from the movie Bullitt. This to me looks 100 times nicer than the Mustang from the movie. This thing is so dope. Oh wow, it's got nice paint too. Sometimes with these chase cars, you'll see a lot of paint flaws. This thing is nice. Nice white walls. They look to be some of the best white walls I've seen from Greenlight. The wheels look sick. They almost look like a Krager. Number 634. Now this is a Hollywood Green Machine, so there's probably about 300 to 400 of these. They're not rare compared to most other chase cars by Greenlight. They just produce 2 to 3 times more Hollywood cars than they do any other release because they're more popular. And a lot of people collect Greenlight Hollywood that don't collect anything else Greenlight. So there's a lot of demand for them, and Greenlight produces based on demand. So if there's a demand for them, they'll make them and sell them. And I'm not sure if they ever retire a series like, like Hollywood Series 21, or if they will continue to make them if people are ordering them, after the fact, or if it's just like a one-time, like, okay, we're going to make this many and we're going to put them out and that's it. I wonder actually how that works, because I don't know. But check out how sexy this car looks. The white wall tires with these wheels and just the long curvy lines of the car with the green paint and the black top, it looks so good. It's one of my favorite Green Machines that I have at this point. And my favorite thing about the where did it go? Where did it go? Man. I just totally lost my train of thought. I don't know where the oh, here we go. So this tooling is used from, I think, 67 to 71, maybe 72, with subtle differences, kind of like the Impalas. But my favorite year of the Dodge Charger is the 68, and the reason for it is the circle taillights. To me, this looks so much better than the 70, where it just has the big rectangular taillights. That just has a really sharp, like, muscle car look to it. And you've got your license plate. Man, that thing is just so nice looking. So hopefully these cars will take some nice pictures. And there you have it. That's the video for tonight. I still have some other pretty nice stuff that I want to get cracked open. I'm also going to go through and take a look in some upcoming videos at some of my existing collection. Some of the nicer detailed stuff. I'll probably review some Greenlight castings, maybe some Auto World, definitely some Johnny Lightning, and I'm definitely going to showcase some of my import stuff, some of the Kyosho and Konami, and probably not so much Konami because I just did that not too long ago, but Kyosho and Tomica and that stuff. So anyways, here's today's haul. Got the old Ford pickup, 1956. Got the Pontiac Trans-Am. It looks much better out of the package on the street than it does in the package. In the package, it's not that great. It doesn't look that great, in my opinion. But I went ahead and got it anyways, just because I don't have this tooling from Johnny, and wanted to throw it in the collection. And I'm glad I did, because now that it's out of the package, it really is a nice looking car. Sharp looking. And as we go over the tree, we have the 1968 Dodge Charger from Bullitt. We have the 1977 Dodge Monaco from the Black Bandit series. Behind that, you can see the Nissan miniature. And then, of course, going up the 4x4 trail, so there you have it. Sorry for the shaky camera. I gotta get more familiar with the layout here. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do these videos. I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be on such a small layout with the lighting, and I probably put some trees where I shouldn't have. But no big deal. I still have the gas station, and I do have plans to do the car dealership, and I'm also at the request of a viewer. Actually, I've had a few requests. I am going to do a full how-to video on how to make one of these, but it's not going to feature any mountain terrain. It's going to be just a small flat. It's going to be a 4x4 trail. It's not going to have a paved road, but I am going to do a full-on demonstration from the beginning to the end. The only possible break in that demonstration is going to be while the drywall patch dries. But after that, I'm going to just set the camera up and I'm going to finish it in its entirety so that everybody can see how to do it, because it's really easy to do. Even though that one is going to be a off-road trail, it's not going to have a paved road. You'll still get the gist of it, because the paved road, all you do is you sand down smooth the part that you want paved and you paint it. That's all this is. It's sanded down. Then I put I think it's like a pewter color is what it's called. It's cheap paint too. It was 50 cents at Walmart. I painted this entire road with less than half a bottle. And then the yellow stripes is a Woodland Scenics paint pen. And it's made specifically for doing these stripes on these layouts. But I'm sure any yellow paint pen would work as long as it's not too bright. But that's really all there is to it. But I'll show you guys how to, after you paint the surface with the undercoat, how to layer the earth with the rocks and the gravel and the grass and all that stuff. Because it's really, really easy. Anybody can do it. It's so easy. And with the materials that Woodland Scenics makes, and with what I use to do this, with like the blended turf and the bushes and all that stuff, it's just so easy to use that anybody can do it. Like my 6-year-old could make one of these. She could at least lay the turf without issue. It's really just a matter of blending the colors to whatever your preference is, whatever you think is natural. So when I designed the landscape with the hills and the rocks, these are molded rocks from Woodland Scenics. They were $5 for all 4 of them. Once I glued the rocks to the landscape, it's just a matter of putting stuff where you think it would naturally be. And a lot of it is hiding stuff too. I'll show you real quick. I know I'm getting close to a half hour, but just to show you, on this outcropping right here, there was a big gap between the road and the rock. And to cover that gap, I just put some bushes down, because I've seen rock outcroppings like that have bushes growing right next to it. So I think I covered up a flaw, but I also gave what I think is a natural type of a look. Another thing you want to do is like this part here. I know that the lake is not great, but you have the bottom here of a rocky hill. And so, in a natural landscape like this, you're probably going to have a lot of rock foliage. So I built up what I thought it would look like if I actually saw a hill like this with rocks at the base, that basically it's just rock fall. What I do need to add more of is deadfall, like the broken tree branches in the lake. I have them, I just need to get them out. And I also, like I said in the last video, I want to make this trail going up to the top, I want to make it more aggressive. But other than that, it's very easy. So I'm hoping to do that on Saturday. That video might be around an hour. My goal is to make that in under an hour. So I might have to lay the drywall compound first so that it's dry when the video starts. But I can see why in all the how-to videos that I watch, everybody uses a foam base. Because number one, it's easier to work with, but number two, it's much lighter. And this thing here probably weighs 40 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds. It's very heavy. And it's because there's a lot of plaster on it. And there's a lot of dirt on it. So There's your bird's eye view. So, I don't know. I think it's a good use of space for only being 4 square feet. 2 feet by 2 feet is all this is. I think. I'll have to double check that. It might be a little bit bigger, but if it is, it's not much. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for checking it out. Sorry I just wasted 31 minutes of your time, although hopefully the first 15 minutes you don't feel like were wasted. But if you're interested in doing one of these, maybe the last 15 minutes might have been helpful. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I will holler at the next video. Have a good night.